Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name, as always, is Bloodstained Wings, and I very much appreciate your patience because I have a very large painting coming to you that's actually a commission painting. This painting is actually going to be a book cover. It is a very specific measurement. It is 9 inches by 14 inches. So the canvas itself is 14 inches wide, but it was 14 by 10. So I added some tape. I measured it out so that there would be the right size that it would need to be for the book. And as you can see here, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a stepped pyramid. There's some misty city ruins that maybe have some life in them. There is a candy shop and a little town in the distance and a lot of sand dunes. And this is a commission piece for a book cover for a friend of mine who is working on a book. It's not yet done, but I hope that this painting inspires them to finish the book so that they can make this whole thing come to life. And if you're ready to watch me paint it, then let's get to painting, shall we? Well, thank you for showing an interest in this painting. I hope if you are painting along, you already have your gesso painting already done. I know I've been doing a lot of gesso already done in the background paintings lately. Sorry, but also not sorry. You may notice that this gesso in the background painting actually has some color on it. It's not just black and white. And you may be asking yourself, what the heck is up with that? That's extra cheating. And you would be correct. I am extra cheating. I used some gouache paint underneath, and because I'm painting with oils over top of the gouache, it is fine. I already tested this. It will work. That's part of the reason why it took me so long to do this painting, was because I wanted to test to make sure that this would work first. It will, which is great. Okay, so what we are doing, I already explained in the intro, but I like to talk myself through it, which is why I say it a lot. Okay, good. We're gonna start with white. I think, through this portion. I'm going to add some white with some goop through this portion here, just to kind of mist it out already, so it already starts with a kind of mist. All right. So we're starting with mist. That's good. Okay, and now what I want to do is have like a yellow mist, and the yellow mist is going to kind of start over here. And we're just going to kind of build this mist. And you're not going to be able to see a lot of these buildings underneath, and that's kind of the point. The point is to not really see the buildings underneath all that much. We're just going to be building up some like yellow mist, fog kind of situation. And it's going to kind of be the bridge between the front and the back of the book. That's what it's doing over here, bridging the gap. And that's the idea, is that we're just going to be kind of bridging the gap between the two of them with this kind of yellow ochre situation. I may add some like reds to it as well to kind of make it more interesting. But we're going to have yellow on this side, and then we're going to have blue on the other side. I'm just kind of laying in the foundations of this color first. I think I am going to get a little bit of red already in there. And I'm using cadmium red so that it's kind of an orange. And also to maintain the opaqueness. I don't want this to be like, first of all, that bright. I don't want it that bright, so we're just gonna tone that down by blending it out with the yellow ochre, which will really tone it down a lot. But I don't want it to be like super translucent either. I want it to be kind of opaque. It's still kind of bright. I'm gonna get a little bit of brown just to tone it down. Cause again, like I don't want this to be super bright. I want it to be like dirty and decaying. That's the kind of look we're going for, is like a decaying dirt kind of. Sand dunes whipping up a storm kind of feeling. There we go. And I'm just kind of swirling it about in all the different directions that you can swirl something about. And that will hopefully give us a little bit of some differences in our clouds and mystifying it all a little so it's just a little misty and crazy things are happening. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the crazy things to happen. Because that's how magic happens in paintings. You just kind of let them happen. Oh, that looks like it's on fire on the video. It does not in real life look like it is on fire the same way that it does on film. But, you know, I'm digging it. I'm kind of digging it. I think that that looks pretty cool, actually. And I'm not going to fuss with it too much. We are going to be making this kind of sand dune happen over here. So this whole thing is going to get like yellow ochred. There we go. Pulling that out. There we go. Yeah. Looking for that to do something like that. And just kind of misting that out. This is a commission, by the way, in case you were wondering what's going on. What is she doing? It's a commission painting. And it is a book cover. I probably explained this in the intro, actually. Knowing me, I explained this already in the intro, but you know how I am, and I like to over-explain things all the time. Alright, so I've got some Prussian blue. And there is still brown on my brush a little bit for muting purposes. But I was very gentle with the Prussian blue, as you can tell. It didn't do much because I was like, no, I'm scared. Which is fine. I'm allowed to be scared of the Prussian blue because it's very, very strong. So, coming back in and just kind of swirling it about. Trying to make some like weird greens happen and some browns and some blues, looking for it to be like really misty and have like a weird blue mist to just kind of exist on the side, which is what we're looking for. Just some blue mist on this area that just kind of interacts with the yellow mist. So it's all very misty and far away, which is the idea. None of this has too much definition or anything. It's all very misty and far away. Just kind of blending that right in so that it just kind of hovers in its existence in and around there. I'm just kind of blending it as I go, feeling it out, not really with a plan at all. I have kind of a general idea of what I'm going for here, but not a very specific one. Just kind of blending these two together. I had to do it with a clean brush or else it was just going to be blue. Because, you know, classic blue likes to do that. There we go. Blending those together right down there. Okay. That looks pretty snazzy. What I'm going to do now is grab my liner brush, if I can find it. There it is. And I'm going to use the white to just make this circle really happen up in here. So it looks like some kind of high level technology, alien kind of futuristic thing. And then there's lights through here that do the same kind of thing, just to make it look really weird and cool, which is the idea, weird and cool. There we go. It's just gonna help to brighten it up and like cut through the mist, essentially. There we go. Now I did do a sketch ahead of time so that this would be easier, but you can see now those are like really, really bright, which is what I was going for. And then just gonna add a little bit, but not a lot. That's too much, too much. Tone it down, you. There we go. Just to lighten up the top ones so that they are a little bit more defined, but down here you lose all that definition entirely. And there we have nice misty existence. I do, however, want more blue in this area here because I want it to be darker and like it's hiding a lot more than it is. So I'm just trying to add more blue to like really darken that up. Maybe add a little bit of brown to it as well, just to make sure that this is like still muted and not overly bright. That's what we're going for. It's still misty, so it's still all swirls and dabs. There we go. All right. I think that really helps to define that. And by define, I mean obscure. Obscure it entirely. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for it to be obscured by all the mists and the lights and everything. I'm gonna get a little bit of white and a little bit of yellow ochre, so it's a lighter yellow ochre. And we're just gonna come in here, I think, and add a little bit of the white to it. So that it once again is just like misty and opaque, and you can like just see through, because that's what we're looking for, just seeking through. I don't want you to see through it. I want you to be like, what is that? I don't know. That's what we're kind of looking for this to do, just to pique your interest, so that you want to know more. If you want to know more about this book, I will add a link as well in the description below so you guys can explore that on your own. It is a post-apocalyptic kind of book, exploring all post-apocalyptic, all of them, just all of them. You're like, wait, but which ones? And I'm like, no, all of them. And that's the idea, is that it's all of them. And it's really quite interesting. I was reading some of it, and it's quite good, in my opinion. But, I mean, who am I? I'm a random YouTuber. And my friend did this. So, I mean, my opinion is clearly biased, but I liked it. I don't know how much that counts for anything, but I liked it. Alright, I'm going into some yellow ochre, and I'm mixing it with the white, so that we have like a sandy kind of color, and then we're gonna add like little veins of red and purple and stuff through it. But we're just gonna start by focusing on this side of the painting first, and then we're gonna do the other side of the painting. And you know what I just thought of? That that's a bad idea, and we should definitely do not what I'm doing right now. So, what I'm gonna do is first do exactly what I'm doing, then immediately regret it. And I'm gonna finish painting all of this yellow ochre, and then when it's finished being painted yellow ochre, then I will go over and do the sky on this part. That's my plan. My plan is to start with regret, move to fixing it so that there's no regrets. It's the idea behind painting, is that there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. But realistically, we should be doing this one side, like from the background to the foreground, not one side at a time. So, now that I've got that covered, I'm just gonna blend that out so it's nice and smooth. There we go. Nice and smooth. Excellent. Now we're going to ignore everything I just did, and we're going to go over to the other side using some yellow ochre, and we're going to come in and wisp in some yellow ochre. That's just going to fluff around this part and just kind of tie in over there. Looking good. Looking sharp, partner. All right, now that we have that, I wanted more of a purple on this side. So I've got some quinacridone violet, but that is far too bright to be the purple we're looking for. So I'm adding some brown so that it is like more of a muted purple. I also have a little bit of the Prussian blue that I'm gonna mix into it as well, just to make it like really dark and dull. That's what we're looking for, a nice dark, dull kind of purple. Yes. Nailed it. And I'm just kind of mixing that about up here, and we're gonna blend it in with the yellow. And again, it's going for this like misty, kind of like stormy sky, misty sky kind of situation. Nothing overly defined. Everything just kind of blendy. And that's the idea behind it, is that it's all like really like, because that's the thing about like the things that you don't know. They're always scarier than the things you do know, right? And that's the idea, is that this is like really promoting that like unknown kind of feeling. It also is kind of because the narrator is kind of evil. So the idea is that this is kind of like representing how the narrator is on the evil side. That's why it's like purple at the top. Because purple is evil. Ask any Disney villain, they'll agree. Purple is definitely evil. According to Disney. So I'm just going to grab some more purple, mix it with some more brown, touch of the blue. Just mix that again. So I have more of it because I kind of ran out. And I want just another little cloud of it over here, just to kind of exist on the side. And just darken up this middle section here with a real interesting cloud kind of formation. There we go. All right. See if we can not really, but kind of clean our brush that had the blue on it. This already has like a bunch of colors in it, so it's like kind of okay to like mix everything together. Because I don't know, this section has a little bit more blue. That's okay. It's kind of muddy and mixed up anyways. Oh yeah. Looking nice. We're just gonna blend that out. Blend that up. That's kind of what we're looking for, is just this like muddy mixture of an existence. Just Just really, really like gunning for that like really weird in-betweeny everything kind of colors. Get some more yellow in here. Actually, I think I'm going to grab some of that bright red. I'm going to tone it down a little bit. I'm going to mix that in here. Kind of churn that a little red. There we go, that's better. It's more interesting. It's got a little interest to it. That's what I'm looking for, is just like the variations that make things interesting, and swirly, interesting sky. Even though it's all like blended and like, I don't know, obscured, it's all still like, I don't know. That's the idea I'm going for. Misty, blendy, interesting. Like we have like the wind is like whoosh, you know, and like kind of like move. It's got that movement to it. Is what we're looking for with our sky, which I think I achieved. I think I achieved some solid movement in my sky, because that's what I was going for, was movement in the sky. Get some of that yellow back in there. There, yeah, so I wanted this side to be like darker than this side, and I wanted it to kind of go from like that blue to like yellow, and then into the like purpley reds kind of situation over here, which I think we achieved. Just kind of dulling this yellow ochre, which is already pretty dull, with some more of that purple. There we go. Excellent. Okay, I'm really liking this. Really liking this. All right, we need some more yellow ochre, because of course we do. And we're going to apply that yellow ochre through here. Because sand dunes are still sand dunes. And the whole thing, starting from yellow ochre, is going to give it this like consistency. And I like the idea of that consistency. I'm just going to try to really mess up everything by using this brush that I've not yet cleaned, and trying to get that yellow ochre to stretch further than it's willing to stretch right now. Why are you not willing to go there? Come on, yellow ochre, go. It's like, but I don't wanna. And I'm like, I don't care. Go where I tell you to go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're just gonna make sure it's all nicely blended and everything is golden. Okay, great. Now we have this nice golden sand area, which is good because we're gonna mess with all of it. Oh God, I've got so much paint on my finger. How did that happen? Oh my God. There is so much paint. So much paint. Is it on one of my brushes? Maybe it's on a brush. I will check the brushes. No. No idea. Okay, anyways. Let's continue. So we want to have that blue color from over here. We want to use that color to shade this part of our sand dune. So it, first of all, continues with that consistency of the colors of the whole thing, and also because it makes it cool. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side and just kind of pull that out. A little bit of that blue just in here. Living its best life. It's just going to get pulled right out, like so. I want to just kind of bring it up closer to this line, if I can. Nope, I'm going to blend it away. Excellent. Love blending it away. I don't. That's not what I was going for. That's okay. We want to also have like a road here if we can. I don't know if we can, but we're going to try eventually to have a road there. For now, I'm going to kind of blend this together so it blends a little bit better. There we go. There we go. And come back in here. There we go. Okay, and now we can do some little highlights on that. We can go into our white with the goop and a liner brush, and we're going to come in and we're just going to highlight the edge of this one on that side right there, and I'm going to blend that out very gently so that it's all like part of your world. No, part of this world, yes. I'm not sure anybody here wants to be part of this world, but if you're looking for a post-apocalyptic world to be a part of, well, guess what? You're probably already in this one then. Like, are there zombies? Absolutely. Are there wizards? Also, absolutely. You're like, wait, there's wizards and zombies? And I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So if you're interested in that kind of a mashed up world, please feel free to check out my friend's book in the link description below. All right. It's got a little edge there. And then it's going to switch from this side to this side over here. Have a little light glowing there, like that, and then come down like this. To be like, oh, there's a little light there. Zinging through. Like so. Hopefully that's coming across the way I want it to. And you guys are seeing this light shift from one side to the other. Hopefully it's making sense. That's the idea. The idea is that it makes sense. Come in here and highlight that a little bit more. Alright, and now we can add some crazy red lines. I know what you're thinking. Why would we add crazy red lines? Well, because I thought it was a good idea, and so did the author. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to grab some of the cadmium red. I'm just going to mix it with a little bit of that dulled browny purple color. Alright, make sure we got enough goop to make this work. Okay, I'm just going to come in and add like a few little lines of it. Just kind of hanging out. I am like not breathing as I do this. Classic me. I'm scared. Don't breathe. That's the solution. Just don't breathe. There we go. Looks good up top. Does not look good in the middle. Give us a second to fix it. Just wanted it to have like a little more existence, like a little deposit over here of the red. The red, by the way, is important for the book. It's essentially the same thing as spice from Dune. If anybody cared to join my Dune is the best ever, existence, then you would know. Then you would know. I'm a big Dune fangirl. Alright, I'm just gonna have like a little line. Do that. To come in like this. It also helps to like shape the Dune, I think. To give it this like little extra point to shape with. Ooh. More like that. There we go. Yes. Oh, I like that because it adds like an extra whole dimension to that one side. I think if I add some more of the highlight, trying to get some white that isn't contaminated by red. Here we go. Get in here. I think it'll also help to like really sell that curve. There we go. Really sell it. But there's only like a little bit here, whereas we're gonna have a whole pile of it over here, which I can now put in. Because why not, right? I'm going to grab some of that red, a little bit of brown. It's more of like a reddish brown, a little bit of that purple. Alright, come in here. And that's going to be our shade color for this whole section here. Because this is an important deposit for the candy store. Alright. Just gonna clean that off. Grab some yellow. Tone it down a bit. Tone it down a smidgen. Grab some white. There we go. All right, big deposit right there. This part here, though, is not that color. It's going to be purpley to go with that sky. Try to get it to be more of that browny purple color. It also shows that any of the red that was here has already been mined out, which again, important for plot reasons. Blending that away. Keeping the shape here, but blending as we go. The idea is to make this as obscured as possible so that it all just kind of fades away. Because we're looking for this to not be overly specific, because the more overly specific it is, the harder it is for me to do. So I'll try to keep this really nice and obscured. There we go. Just use another brush to blend with. Why not? Use all the brushes. There we go. Get a little bit more white in there. Blendy, blendy. All right. A little highlight on that guy. We're going to do a little highlight on this guy. And the idea is that if you build up contrast, it's going to help define the edges of everything here and really make things look more three-dimensional. There we go. Nice little highlight on that side, and we're just going to do another highlight on this side. There we go. All right, and now I'm just going to do a little bit of that purple color through here to kind of also help define that being in the distance, being very dunely shaped. And this is like a little dune that is like a little bit closer to us. It's a little more easily seen. All right, now that we have that all up in there, we can start doing more intricate things. Oh my goodness, do I ever want to take a break? Yes, I do, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to try to define the tops of these buildings using a little bit of some brown and a tiny palette knife. I'm just going to come in here and kind of define this building just a smidge. But then it's also going to disappear into nothingness at the bottom. Hopefully I did this right and it will just do that. That's the idea. All right. I want some like slats. I'm just gonna dabbing that to give that a little bit of texture. And we're just going to add a little yellow glow to the windows. There we go. And then the rest of this I'm basically just going to paint brown. Yes, I have a better brush to do that with. Excellent. Because the idea here is that it just kind of disappears into mistiness, and fog and sand and all that kind of stuff. It's just all kind of part and parcel. Is everything the same color? Absolutely it is. We only have so many materials to make things out of in the post-apocalyptic world that this is. So, you know, stop being picky. There we go. And now I'm going to take this brush, this big brush, and I'm going to add some mist to just kind of really reinforce the fact that this is misty. I'm going to add some white mist as well. So there's just these like layers of mist. So nothing is overly defined because of all these like layers of mist. That's the idea anyways, is that there's mist obscuring things, making them look more or less there, depending on the situation. All right, let's try to see if we can paint this building that is actually here. We're gonna get some of the green. Excuse me, I'm gonna make a teal color over here, but not too bright of a teal color. We're gonna mix in a little bit of some yellow ochre, just to make sure that it's like a nice dull. We want everything to have that same kind of like dull kind of colors. We don't want anything too bright. Nothing too bright. And we're going to come in here and we're going to paint this building this nice minty color. It's very like classic Americana, building in the desert kind of color is what I'm going for. I'm going to add a lot more white so that the top is brighter. But it's still that kind of same color. Whee. This side's going to be a little bit darker than the other side. Just going to grab a little bit of the brown and mix in so that this side is again a little bit darker, a little bit more muted. Maybe I'll add some blue to it. Yes, that did exactly what I wanted it to. Just slightly darker. You guys can't see that at all. Maybe I can make it a little bit more visible for you guys. A little bit more of the brown there. That might be too much blue. I'm going to immediately regret everything, but we're going to do it anyways. We're going to make it work. Just blend. Just blend. Confidently blend. But now it's a different color, so there's that. It is in fact darker, so you know, we did what we wanted to do. Trying to add some like, there we go, shadow. Some shadow. This is being lit by that, so that's why it's got that little shade area. I'm gonna grab some of the reddish color that had all the other colors in it. Remember this color? I'm going to try to get that color. We're going to do our little sign here so everybody knows it's open. That's what that is. I'm also going to use that color on the middle stripe of our little candy here. And then I'm going to use white for the rest of the candy, because candy is white and red in my opinion, always. I don't know why candy is always white and red in my opinion. It's not in real life, but like in my head, you know, candy, white and red. It just has to be. All right, I've got some yellow ochre and some white, and I'm just going to kind of ruin everything. All right, I don't want to do that. What I want to do is get lemon yellow, and I just want to dabble around these guys to kind of make them glow a little bit more. There we go. Stand out from the like dune color in the background there. And then, let's see, what else do I want to do? I guess I want to paint in the windows and the doors and stuff. Let's maybe mix the Prussian blue with the brown. Get ourselves a nice, really dark kind of color. That's basically black. We're going to come around this door. We're just going to add in the door frame. Yes. Also going to add, I think I'm going to darken out this window entirely. This window is dark. But if we brighten up the doors with some of that lemon hue, we just come right in there. We'll lighten that. Oh, now it looks like that is open for business. Even though that window is all blocked out, it still looks open for business, which is good, because it is. Let's get some more of that purple color. Mix it in with the brown and the blue. So we have more of that darkness, but slightly on the purpley tone. And let's give this pole some definition. Hello, pole. There we go. So it looks like they kind of like used that like other sand color maybe to make that glass happen. Don't know, something like that. That's what we're going for. All right, using more of the yellow ochre. Coming in. A little bit more of that misty sand, misty blowing sand, and then we're going to come back in with some white, have some more misty blowing sand on top of that. Again, that's the idea here, is that we're just kind of layering these back and forth so that they have this misty atmosphere, make everything look kind of blurred out on purpose. Have it carry up over here a little bit. So there's just like, you know, a little bit of that mist happening over here too. There we go. Starting to rain over here, which it would not rain in this place. This place would have absolutely no rain, but that's okay. All right. Now it's time for me to decide if I want a road and if I can go backwards from putting in a road. You know what? Let's do it. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen, right? I don't like it and it's horrible and they never want to talk to me ever again. That's pretty bad, actually. Maybe I don't want to ruin it, but they wanted a road, so that's why I want to try to put the road in, because they wanted a road. So let's just go for it. So I'm mixing the brown and the purple and the blue, and that's Prussian blue, burnt umber, and quinacridone violet. All right, gonna come in and lay in a little road. It's gonna start really little up here and then get like really big like that. That makes zero sense, but you know, we're gonna try to see if we can make it make more sense. There we go. Making the road. Kind of like this whole area is kind of asphalty. Going in behind here and then disappearing into the town. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come back and apply that mist again. I'm just gonna do that again. That's gonna be a thing that happens again. Alright, I want this to be like as level as possible here, which it currently is not. There we go. I want it to be like kind of big over here around this corner, I guess. Okay. Okay, we now have a road that kind of exists, but I don't like it. So what we're gonna do is we are going to use mist to our advantage. We are going to, first of all, mist out this part some more, so that part is more misty. Already looking better. We're also going to have like this mist cloud here kind of like come right across, just like really blur out that middle section. So that it can just like not exist. And then like it comes back into existence later. That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to my brush and just kind of mist out this section over here. See, we've got like different mist colors happening, which is good. We like that. We like different mist colors. And we can come back in with some more white. Mist it up again. There we go. See, it just needed a little bit more finagling to make it happen. And then now we can clean up the bottom of this mist over here, where the road makes sense. And then where the road makes sense again, up there, that's fine. I think it needs to be less dark up here. Need to blend it. Oh man, could I have done this in a better order? Probably. But you know, you're never gonna learn unless you try. And that's why we try things here. All right, and now I'm gonna try, see, there's that word again, to do like a little yellow like dotted line kind of situation through the middle to really insist that this is a road. I feel like yellow dotted lines, you know, they really like make a road a road. Just trying to get the right consistency so it'll lay on top of the purple as opposed to blending into the purple. There we go. There. Yellow lines. Yes. Now it looks like a road. We did it. We made a road. And obviously this is too far away to be able to see that kind of details, obviously. So that's fine. Yeah, I think that looks pretty stellar. We got a lot of misty mist going on. And I think that's exactly what it needs to be to really make everything look, you know, like far away and distant and blurred out, which is what we were going for. So yeah, I'm gonna reveal the edge. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty exactly like my plan. So it should be good. I'll let you guys know somewhere if they liked it. Please let me know if you guys like this. I hope that it inspires you to read their stuff. Again, links in the description. If you guys are also working on something like a book or other kinds of art, please feel free to share it. I love looking at people's creative stuff, and I love reading in general. So if you want to share your art with me like I share my art with you, please do. I love art of all kinds. And thank you so much for watching this video. I'm really glad that you guys were here with me for that, because I wasn't sure I had the confidence to do this without you. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, thank you to my Patreons for supporting my channel, because you guys are the best around. And I hope to see you guys soon. Remember that you are loved and you deserve to be loved, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys!